Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made the player jackets for my Squid Game videos. So the first thing you're going to need is obviously some paper, tape, scissors, and a Sharpie. Now, it doesn't matter what plush you have, I just like using the FNAF plushies. As long as your plush has arms, then it should work. But if your plush doesn't have arms, like this Pac-Man, what I did was I just put taped a number right here. So yeah, if your plushie doesn't have arms, that's the direction I went for. You might have a different idea of what you want to do for that, but that's what I did. So that's an idea if your plush doesn't have arms. And the tape is mainly just for if the jacket whips, because, well, paper isn't the most sturdy thing in the world. But let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is don't use the full paper. You're going to want to cut it around, like, whatever size you want. I guess it depends on how big your plushie is, but for me it's kind of like right here. I feel like it's a good spot. And if you mess up this first part, it's okay, because you can use the other half of the paper that you just cut. Now, what I usually do before I have the plush tried on is I usually do this to make sure that it can fit, and it looks like it will. Now, I think I made this a little bit too big, so all I'm gonna do is just snip off a tiny part right here. Honestly, if you want to get more even lines, I suggest using a roller, but I don't have one, so I'm kind of just freehanding it here. Alright, now this is probably the most challenging part, and it's making the armholes. So I kind of just take an educated guess on where they go. So like I kind of place my thumb about right here, and this probably isn't the best way to do it, but I just kind of like stab the paper like that, and then I kind of just cut a circle through it. Like I said, this probably isn't the most ideal way to do it, but that's just the way that I'm used to doing this. And then, like, you can try it on from this side. And before you cut this side, I'd say try to make sure you can see where the arm fits into right here. And this is actually a helpful thing you can use the Sharpie for. So basically, you can just mark where the arm goes, so like right there, and then you can just cut around that. So you see the mark right there, and then you can just cut that out with the circle. So now they've done basically the hardest part, which is just the armholes. And then yeah, it just kind of fits on like that. It's pretty simple. So, and then for this, as you can see, it looks a little bit too big right here. So you can fix that easily by just cutting a little bit off the fronts here. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. And let's see here. Okay, that should be good. And the thing to make it fit way better is I like doing this. So don't cut super far, because then you're gonna cut the armholes, and that's just gonna be another issue. So just cut like right there, and then because what this does is it just gives the plush a little bit more wiggle room for the jacket. See, like, it doesn't look super like cluttered. So yeah, I just like doing that just for the extra wiggle room that it gives for the plushie. And then you're gonna want to do the same thing on the other side. Like I said, don't cut super close to the armhole, because then that's just gonna be another issue that's annoying to fix. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, this is a little bit too long right here, but you can always fix that if you want. Now here comes the fun part. The fun part is where you just put whatever number you want on it. So like, for example, I'm just gonna put the number 2. And if you want to be accurate to the show, and you're doing a single digit number, make sure to start with 00 and then the number that you want, like this. And if you still want to stay accurate, make sure that the number right here, it always goes on the left side. It's always the left side, just making sure that if you want that to be accurate. And that's with the number. Now, you don't have to do this, but if you want to go the season 2 route, you can use one of these. You can just print out these. They're just the patches that they use in season 2, and all you have to do is get a piece of tape and roll it in a circle, that way it's double-sided, and then just stick it on there like that. And then remember, the patch always goes on the right side. That is if you want to be accurate. It's not like a requirement. You don't have to put it here if you really don't want to, but yeah, that's how you make the jacket. And then all you have to do is just put it on the plushie. And that's it. So yeah, that's how you make the jacket. And if you want to know how to do the finalist one that I did for the season 3 Squid Game video, you basically do that exact same thing that I just showed you, but with black paper instead. Now I'll just briefly explain on how to do the finalist suit if you want to. I'm not going to show the tutorial because it's basically the exact same thing as I just showed you, except the only difference is you use black paper instead of white. And if you really want to, if you want to do the season 3 version, then you can print out these X and O patches for the plushie if you really want to do that. And finally, the last thing is use a silver Sharpie instead of black, because obviously if you use a black Sharpie on a black paper, you're not going to be able to see the number. So as you can see, I think the silver complements the black really nicely, so I think this color is the best for the black paper. But if you prefer another color, that's completely fine. Just make sure that color doesn't like blend in with the black paper. But yeah, that was the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.